Well, hello everyone. It is me, Jackie Wilson, and we are back live again today for Wellness Wednesday. And I thank everybody for joining in today for this new series that I'm doing. It's called Wellness Wednesday. And on Wednesdays, we're going to always talk about different topics that matter to you. So the topics that we're going to talk about is about mental health, health and wellness, anything having to do with you as an individual. And any type of topic that we cover is going to be able to help you with your health and wellness, your well-being, helping you with your self-love, your self-esteem, your self-image, your confidence, anything that's going to help you become your what? You got it, your greatest, authentic, unique person, okay? So, or your unique self, like I like to say. So it's going to help you, it's going to esteem you, it's going to encourage you, inspire you, it's going to lift you up, it's going to increase your self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-confidence. It's going to increase you as an individual. So any of the topics that we talk about, I hope that you guys are getting something out of it. And what I want you to do is always leave from the topics that we're talking about from on these videos. I want you to always leave and do what? Take something away. Okay. So this is my takeaway time. I want you to take something away from any topic that we're talking about and apply it to your life. Something that is a reminder for you, something that's confirmation for you, something that is like, wow, the light went off, like, oh my gosh, I have been having those thoughts. That's something that I need to do because now I'm actually hearing it in a video, right? So that's where that confirmation comes in at. That's where that reminder, friendly reminder comes in. I want you to be in a place where you're always growing, always learning, always, applying the different techniques, different tips, different golden nuggets, as I like to say, that you are learning as you watch my videos, okay? So with that being said, today we're going to still talk about sleep disorders, but we're talking about it in a different way. The way that we're going to talk about it today is it has to do with when you don't get enough sleep, what are some of the side effects that can happen as a result of that? Now, we talked about this on last week. If you were following me last week, you know that I gave a lot of information about what sleep disorder is, the side effects that you can experience as of not getting enough rest. We talked about how it affects your body, right? How your mind, body, and soul. We talked about all of that. So now today we're going to actually touch on a couple of the disorders that can come from not getting enough sleep, which can cause two things: anxiety, sleep anxiety, and also depression that you can deal with as a result of not getting enough rest, the lack of sleep. Which is what we talked about last week of sleep deprivation, right? So deprivation, we talked about that. So I want to make sure that you all are, having some clear understanding about when you're not getting the sleep, how that really does affect your body, okay? You may not always know that, but the people around you, they know, people at your job, your family, your friends, your significant other, they know if you're getting enough rest and how that's affecting you as far as being irritable, as far as your moods, being all over the place. You may be being emotional, right? You may be even dealing with signs of depression as a result of that, okay? So like I said, maybe you don't notice that, but the people around you notice, okay? And by the time you notice it, they're like, wow, we already suspected that this is what was going on, okay? So they've already put you in that place of, she tripping, because of her not getting any rest. She going through this, she's going through that. We already know this, right? Your friends, family, loved ones, all of them know that. And if you're a guy, it's the same thing, okay? You deal with that too. So also for a man, it touches on another area that men probably don't even think of, but as far as having a low libido, right? So if you're not getting enough rest, that can affect you in that way, okay? Whereas it may not affect women as much, it does, but it may not affect women as much as it affects men, okay? So that's something that you guys got to be concerned about more so than we as women, okay? So you also may want to consider that too. So now let's get back to talking about the anxiety and depression that can happen as a result of that, okay? And then at the end, I'm going to share with you some information that can help you to be able to get a better night's rest, okay? And you can apply these to your life going forward, okay? So we know that, like I said, you can never replace sleep. So once it's gone, okay? You have just lost it. So don't even try to pick it back up, okay? It's gone. So the only thing that you can do going forward is to look at it and say, how can I apply my life going forward? What changes can I make? What adjustments can I make in order to get a better night's sleep each night, right? So that's the only thing that you can do. So we're going to talk about that a little later. So I want to kind of touch on this part as far as with the anxiety side of it. Okay, we're going to deal with the anxiety first, and then we'll go and touch on the depression. So what I found out as far as with the anxiety and the sleep anxiety, it's a feeling of stress or fear about going to sleep. Okay, so people can actually have a fear or deal with the stress of it's time to go to sleep. Okay, and because if they know they haven't been getting enough rest before, then for them it's like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep. Or either they're concerned about maybe having a dream, a bad dream or a nightmare or something, or being triggered, in their sleep because of the memories or thoughts that they have. So there are people that literally, are fearful of going to sleep. It says the anxiety is the most common mental health disorder in the U.S. Okay, researchers suggest that most people with mental health disorders, such as anxiety, also have some form of sleep disruption. Okay, so just kind of something to think about. So if you're not getting enough rest, that can cause anxiety over time. And then if you are sleep anxiety, if you already suffer with anxiety, then you're adding that on with your sleep. Now you have increased it to sleep anxiety. Okay, so you're having anxiety during the day and then sleep anxiety at night, which is a combination of things. Okay, so you don't want to have both of them. You don't even want to deal with depression. So it's best to try to get and be consistent with it. Try to get a good night's sleep. Okay. Now I'm talking to myself as well. Okay. Because I know I get busy sometimes and I'll, stay up a little late and then I'm like, man, I didn't get my rest. Okay. So this is something that I'm working on too. I'm sharing this with you. I'm going through the growing pains with you all as well. Okay. In order for me to be able to get the amount of sleep that I need to. Okay. So this is a learning process for me as well. Like I said before, 5 hours of sleep tops and I'm good, right? But then I find myself about maybe 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm tired, right? So for me, I have to try to figure out how can I get 6 hours of sleep? I'm kind of doing baby steps. I'm doing like, how can I get 6 hours of sleep, right? What do I need to do? Then I'm going to progress to get to 7 hours of sleep if it's any possible, right? And they say sometimes people can get, under 7 hours, maybe 6 hours plus, and they're totally fine. I think I've been doing good with the 5 hours. Now, if I don't get 5 hours, I'm frustrated. If I only get 2 or 3 hours of sleep because I've been up studying or, something busy happened, family situation and I couldn't sleep, then I'm irritable because I'm thinking to myself, you didn't get your 5 hours, right? So just kind of something to think about. You got to kind of know your own body and know what's working for you, okay? So now when we talk about as far as with the sleep anxiety, so we covered on that part. So now let's just jump to the depression side of that, okay? So now it says that for people that are dealing with depression, okay, many have a tenfold higher risk of developing when you are dealing with sleep disorder, lack of sleep deprivation. You're at a higher risk of developing depression than people who get a good night's sleep. Okay. Then they're saying that among people with depression is like 75% have trouble sleeping, falling asleep at night, and actually staying asleep once they go, right? So it's not just getting to sleep, it's staying to sleep because they're tossing and turning. They're waking up in the middle of the night, maybe having a bad dream, and just dealing with insomnia, not able to sleep. So that does affect you. If you don't get the proper sleep, it will affect you trying to go to bed the next day to get the proper amount of sleep. Okay. So you got to kind of think about all of those things. So now what I want to kind of touch on is what can you do in order to help you to get better rest? Okay, so this is where we're going to go with this part of. So how can you get better rest? Thank you for asking, Jackie. Okay, how you can get better rest. So this is what I'm going to share with you. So I've written down these different points. Some of these points have helped me, and I want to share this with you, okay? So to get a better night's sleep, what I have done is before bedtime, if I know I'm normally go to bed at like 11 o'clock at night, then I'm trying like around 10 o'clock or maybe 9:30. I'm going like an hour to an hour and a half before I normally go to bed. I'm starting at that time, turning down the lights, in my apartment. Dimming the lights if I decide to read or something, or if I'm just going to sit there and meditate or pray, right? I'm dimming down the lights in order to take so much of that eye movement away from me, that the lights causes your mind and your body to think you should still be awake. Okay. So in order to combat that, you have to start putting yourself in the mood to go to bed. Okay. Whether that be getting into a nice hot steamy shower or bath, Before that time, maybe even 30 minutes before time, you can do that part of it. What I have started doing is I found Dr. Teal bath soap. I use that, or either bath salts. I even have the lotion that I use. That has been helping me as well. So I put that on. I get a nice hot shower or bath, and when I get out, I'm lathering that down. I even bought the body soap, okay, for sleep, okay? So I have that as well. So those are the two combinations that I use. Also, I would say if you are a person that likes milk, maybe drink some warm milk before bedtime, okay? That you can add that into all of this too. You might even want to, if you need to, take some, what is that, melatonin? You can take some of that melatonin in order to help you fall asleep, okay? That's another part that you can do as well. Also, you know, if you don't watch TV, I would dim the TV or turn the TV off, I would say. Dim the lights in the room, turn the TV off, even your phone, put it on, you know, where you maybe do not disturb or something like that, or just shut it off so that it doesn't ring and disturb you when you're trying to go to sleep. Maybe read a book. That might be a good thing to do to kind of calm down. Maybe even write in your journal, you know, if this is something that you're used to doing. You can even look at, you know, as I mentioned before, about praying and meditating, or maybe listening to some soothing music in order to help you to kind of slowly make that transition so that you can go to sleep. And this is something that, whatever the regimen that you decide, you should continue to do this on a day-to-day basis, okay? Get your body, your mind, and your soul prepared for this routine for you to go to sleep. We put so much effort into, I got to go to bed so I can get up in the morning, put on my makeup, get dressed, do all of this. We'll get up in the morning as women. And if it takes us 45 minutes to an hour to get our face together and our body, we'll do that, right? But what about at nighttime? We don't think about taking the proper time to prepare our bodies to go to sleep at night, right? We just feel like, okay, well, I'm sitting up here watching TV. I didn't fell asleep. Let me go, you know, let me just turn the TV off and go to sleep. There's that preparation time that you need to do for your body in order to get yourself in the mindset to go to sleep, okay? So those are some things that I want to share with you in order to help you to get some routines together on a day-to-day basis to help you move forward so that you can do what? Get you a better night's sleep at night, okay? And just do this consistently. You know, try it for like the next 30 days and say, this is what I'm going to do for the next 30 days and see how this works, okay? I believe if you do that for those 30 days, you'll notice a huge difference within your life, okay? And it'll be a big difference in terms of helping you to get to sleep. Don't think you got to get 8 hours. If you're not getting 8 hours, just slowly make that transition. Just I'm going to shoot for 7 hours, okay? Maybe I am going to shoot for 8, but if I don't get 8, it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? So I wanted to just kind of share this information with you guys. I'm super excited about, you know, how things are going with this new series called Wellness Wednesday, where we talk about your health and wellness, your mental health. You know, we just talk about a plethora of topics, right? So I want you guys to keep joining in. Join me also on my Instagram page, and I'll have all that information into the feed of this video. Also join me on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to it so you can get more information about what's going on, okay? I do those videos as well. So please, by all means, join the videos, okay? And then look on YouTube. And also, I have in the feed of this video the different books that I've written. So go to Amazon, purchase the books, purchase them for a friend, for a gift or something like that. Do something to help somebody else as well, okay? To help them with their mental health as well. So with that being said, guys, if you have any questions, I put my email into the feed of the video. Feel free to ask me any questions that you want. I'll answer them privately, and I'll also bring it back onto this channel. So with that being said, have a great night and see you on the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.